All the leaves are brown, the leaves are brown. That's one thing that happens to me now is songs come into my head instantly, like out of nowhere. They always have, but now they seem to be now they seem to be messages because I'll have these songs come to my head and I won't even like know what half of them, what the lyrics are. Like, uh, for example, I'm gonna get back to Mars in 1 second. Definitely, I promise you that. Hence the T-shirt. I forgot which this is a picture of, but I made this in rehab. We'll get into all this. So yeah. These songs come to my head. One of the songs that came to my head was "I Could See for Miles and Miles." Also happens to be the only T-shirt that I have that is a band T-shirt right now. The Who. Looked up the words because I knew it was coming from a place that was trying to help me. And what are the words? You think I don't see the little glances, and when you purposely get in my way, here's a message for you. You're gonna choke on it too. Lose that smile. It's fake ass smiles. Because all the while I could see for fucking miles and fucking miles. Yeah. Anyway, so Mars, right? Boom. Boom. Where we at? Layers and layers of dimensions on top of each other. You can look at these you can look at these images that I'm going to show you, hopefully, and it will look like something to somebody else and something to somebody else, something else to somebody else because we're actually we're actually looking at something that is interdimensional. So you're looking at something with your three-dimensional eye, which, the way the eyes work, freaking everything is upside down and it gets flipped back up to see correctly. I mean, the body itself it's the devil plays with the body with the brain. It's an infection. It's literally a parasite, and I feel like something's been removed from me, and that's why I'm talking now. Like like it was like a boom, like removed, and what it was guilt and shame that I've been living in for so long, and knew it, but don't need to be living in that because it's not that deep. The things, like the worst thing that I've done, people do on a regular basis every day. It's not. It's crazy. I'm not talking about bad stuff. I mean, the worst thing I've done is like steal stuff, basically. From and so nowadays, I can't even. I can't even wear. That's why I'm wearing this hat, because it's one of the few hats that I bought. You know, like I was at a point where I just didn't care. I used to walk out of like Walgreens with like a 16 pack, a 12 pack, whatever of beer, and just walk by the security guard and go, "Yo, I'm sorry, bro." Just like walk out. Like, I'm fucking crazy. I was fucking crazy, crazy. So they have years of footage of me acting like an asshole to counteract whatever is going to come out of my mouth. Pretty damn sure that's the reason. They're just waiting for me to talk. So let's fucking do this. I'm talking because I'm not doing well right now. I'm doing awesome. My health is not doing good right now. My literal health is not doing well, and I'm gonna take care of that. Hopefully everything will be fine. But like I've never had a cavity before in my life. Went from first cavity to a completely rotted tooth in like a month, and now I don't even want to show you, but it's nasty. There's like I have cavities, a lot of cavities, and it makes sense because I chew nicotine gum all the time. I was on Suboxone. There's a lot of reasons, and that's kind of how it is. It's like they will make you self-destruct. They want you to kill yourself, basically. Like, it's all in a position to make you hate yourself more and more, or feel guilty or whatever more and more, to get more and more deeper into that crap. It's obviously my own stuff too, obviously, but it's all of our stuff. I'm telling you, it's affecting everybody, and nobody even knows it. You could be having the most awesome life ever in your mind, and or in life from other people's perspective as well. But what does that mean now, to have a good life? Now what it means is to be on a fucking yacht and to be like taking pictures with sunglasses and shit. And half the people who are doing that aren't fucking India in scam centers. Like, nah, I'm not down with that shit. I'm just not down with it. I'm just not. I can't be. And speaking of that, I can't even. Everything has been tampered with. Everything has been tampered with. I couldn't even use my library card in the library the other day because someone made a copy of my library card with the name Brian D. Press. They love the wordplay. They love the symbolisms and all the mysticism, all that kind of crap. And I know what I'm talking about sounds like that, and it is, but the God part is not there. Just put it that way. And like, I've been taken. I've been taken for a fool. Absolutely, because I was a fool. But I knew the whole time I was being taken. I kind of wanted to see what was going to happen, because I knew they knew, or I knew that they thought I was a freaking moron, right? And I am. I pretty much am, for talking about what I'm talking about right now. But it's kind of too late. It's too late. And I would like to get into that, but I don't know if I can. But it was crystal clear to me that it was crystal clear to all of Times Square that something weird was happening with this random dude who was like, it was insane. Maybe we'll talk about that one day. I don't know. But, all right, so let's just get back to Mars. All right, multiple dimensions, right? So when you're looking at these things on Mars, I can see them as, you can look at it and you can see maybe like this thing looks like a chicken. A lot of the things look like statues. Like I said, it looks like it was demolished. It like something wiped out Mars completely. Either a cataclysm of some sort, and I mean, it looks like nuclear war, to tell you the truth. That's what it looks like. I mean, I can't see something. There's definitely a war. There's definitely a war like happening there, like now or something, because I see a lot of tanks, things that look like tanks with guns. People are always like shooting, and it's like a game kind of. It's almost like they're in a place where they know that like you die and like just come back or something, and like so they play with it. It's so strange. It's so strange, but it's like they play with each other like that. Like they'll kill each other for fun. It's bizarre, man. But all provable again, and that's the part I never really showed anybody, except for I haven't even showed my close friends any of the real stuff. I'll just show the surface stuff, and I'll put out videos like the videos I put up on whatever, and I won't describe it. I'll just put it up, and I'll be like, you figure it out. You figure it out. I'm not explaining this to you. Like, if you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. Whatever. Like, I put up a video that says there's just so much happening here. There is so much happening in that video. The way to look at the video, I'll teach you. Literally, you look at when you just anything that just seems like weird. Okay, so that video, for example, everything that says there's so much going on here. I am in a sump kind of thing in the middle of a really not great part of Queens in like 3 o'clock in the morning, walking by myself, the person being who I am. This is what I'm talking about, not being scared like at all. Like walking into it, seeing it and walking into it because I wanted to find out what this thing was, and I still want to put an end to it. I really freaking do. That's the only way humanity is going to survive, is to put an end to this. If not, we are going to continue, and it's going to get worse and worse. Hell is literally just going to be, it's here. It's here already. Hell is here already. We are in the dimension connected to hell. I see people in jail. It looks like bars, literal bars. I've seen the sky will change. I'll get back to Mars eventually, but the sky will actually change with the beings that are there at that moment, or that want to do whatever at that moment. Like when it's a gray, for example, I never saw a purple sky when I was a kid, or maybe once in a while, you know? Every night in New York City, it's purple basically now. That's not good. It's things come with that. It's they come, whatever race that is, they come and they bring that bad vibe with them. And like everybody is feeling it and not even knowing it. That's what I'm trying to really get across. Like, so let's get back to Mars. Yeah, when you're looking at these things, it's a bunch of different dimensions. So it is constantly morphing the way that they morph. When you see them in video in slow motion, even, it's like if you see a person. Actually, the people are the most. There seem to be like really real things there, and things that are kind of there, kind of not, kind of there, like orbs, you know. And orbs, by the way, they're not just balls of the light. They're. When I say that there's a whole bunch of different kinds and different, they show up here and blah blah blah. Like you could see, if you could see in the video, like one of them flies into my, from behind the chair, green, state issue chair, and goes whoosh, like that, flies into my chair, and like it explodes with like a light. And I look into all of these things, and that's what brought me here. Like it explodes, so I'm looking at the video back, and I keep pausing, pressing, pausing, play, really, 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 you know, um, you know, what's it called? Screen by screenshot by screenshot. I can't think of it. I'm still exhausted. I did sleep last night though. I slept about 4 hours last night. It was good. I feel good. Still tired as hell though. Tired as hell. Yeah, tired as hell. I hope hell is tired at this point. I really do. I hope hell is just tired and goes away. But we need to make that happen because it's not going to go away. It's working overtime right now, and it's working overtime because everybody's working under time, including me, with the not making of the music and things like that. And I'll say right now, the reason I wasn't doing music is because I always. That's more of my life story. I'll get into that some other point. Oh God, I'm all over the place. I know there's so much. There's just so much to tell you guys, and to show you guys. So multiple dimensions, right? So the thing will actually change if you keep looking at that object. It will be like a bunny rabbit or something, or like they have there's this race or whatever it is, beings. They look from our perspective almost like they're made of like plastic or like Play-Doh and shiny. And I have some videos that are just, showing that very clearly. And they wear these little triangle hats. Witches wear witch hats. There's literally witches, and they literally wear witch hats. That's where that comes from. I've seen people in real life that the night before in my television screen, turned off. Black mirror. There, you, black mirror, and everything around us is a black mirror. My refrigerator is a black mirror. My TV is a black mirror. It's over there, but this screen is a black mirror. It goes. I'll say this: the black mirror works two ways. They can see here, we can see there. If you know how to use it, there is a lot of truth to that crystal ball thing. You can, you can see. I can see. I don't know if everybody can, but I can see them, like literally there. They will, and it's slow. It looks very slow. All the actions that you see from them, from my perspective, are like this. Like if you ask them a question, they'll be like, if they want to say no, like something like that. And it's always like that. So I don't know if that means that it's a lower energy and it's slower and we're actually higher, or if they're higher and we're lower and we're seeing it as slower, because it's, I don't know, but that's the way it looks. And so these things morph and change, so it's very hard for people to see what's going on, because it kind of just looks like everything and every man, which is what the beings that are here right now, that have been here for a long time but for some reason are back now. The bad ones are, I used to wonder why I was seeing Hitler, for example. I was seeing Hitler. I thought I saw him once in a screenshot that I had from weird stuff going on in the sky. I kept seeing him. I'm like, holy shit, that is actually Hitler. I've seen Stalin. I've seen famous musicians. Like, literally, now I'm seeing them as visions, which is the part that's really getting crazy for me. Like, now I'm getting, like, answers, like, right away. And I don't know if this is happening to a lot of people because everything is shifting. But everything is there. It's here. I mean, we're about to go into either hell or heaven. We're about to go one way or another. We're here right now. I promise you. This is it. The messianic era, whatever you want to call it, is here right now. It's right now. Like within weeks or months. Like now, I'm telling you. And if we don't do it right now, it's done. It's just done. It's almost done. It's almost done. It's pretty much done to everybody in the world. I'm looking at this. They're trying still to do something. And they're still trying to do something. So that means that they haven't completed their job yet. That means that we still have a fighting chance. That's why I'm making these videos. Because we still have a fighting chance. I still have a fighting chance, even though I'm like close to death right now. Honestly, I have a fighting chance, and I'm getting off all of my medications. Like, I had to take like a tiny piece of like Suboxone today and like things like that. And I'll explain to you that the thing I was talking about with drugs being involved, whatever, drugs have always been a part of my life, because since I started smoking weed when I was 12 years old. One of the only kids who was like a stoner in my school, coming from Broadway. I was on Broadway when I was a kid, and I got, so I was back and forth between this. I've always been in between. I've never been one thing or another. I've always been in between. I've never fit in properly really anywhere, to tell you the truth. And I always just say things like, I'm a different kind of cat. I don't know what to say, I am. We all are. But I like I said, I just don't see how people are not seeing this stuff. Whatever. Still tired, so I'm just gonna get back to Mars now. Saw all this stuff. I'll describe some of the symbols. Okay. What I see a lot of on Mars, there's a horseshoe shape. It looks like the Lucky Charms horseshoe, and all these brands, all of these famous brands and everything, they give each other little winks with their brand names and the way that they do things, like to be like, yeah, we know what's up, you know. So the other companies know that it's really whack. It's whack. It really is. Uh, they're all in on it, but I don't know if like even they know what they're in on. Like they, I just can't see. I mean, how can you imagine that many people going with something so sinister and so evil? How? Like I used to, believe that, and I still do, that people, human beings that were born on Earth, that come from, earthly families, that weren't raised in, you know, I don't know, whatever, just people are have good in them. No matter how bad they might be, there's good in them, and that's my problem, is that I always try to see the good in people, and people take advantage of that. People have taken advantage of that because I try to be putting all my music on somewhere else. I'm starting to play though. I'm starting to write some music. It's really really good. I'm 40 times better at the guitar than I was like 5 years ago. Like it's awesome. It's awesome. But at the same time, all the things around me are getting worse, and I feel I have to make these videos. So yeah, the horseshoe shape at Lucky Charms literally is one of them. The writing is everywhere. There's pictures on the mountains. There's pictures everywhere. There's just drawing. It's like graffiti. It looks like graffiti. They do graffiti in the other dimension. Like they'll have, and the other dimension is hell. It's hell. It's hell. And there are people that are in hell that are not, that are suffering. Something happened. Some door was opened at some point or something, like very recently, and I think it all has to do with the Mandela effect, why that happened. And I'm not going to explain the Mandela effect. If you want to know what that is, look it up. But it's real. It's real. For example, Berenstain Bears, right? Berenstein. This person remembers it that way. This person remembers it that way. The C3PO's gold leg, you know, that is now silver. All right, let's go back to my, I promise, absolutely spot on memory when it comes to everything before like the age of like 15, right? My brother was my brother was C3PO for Halloween one year, and my mother made him an outfit because she's an artist. I love you, mom. She's an awesome artist, and she made him a C3PO. I'm sorry, not C3PO. Yeah, C3PO. What's the guy? What's his name? Whatever. The robot. The robot. C3PO is the little guy. Whatever. Very tired. How many times do I have to say that? I don't know. But yeah, and Joey Joey Fenton. This guy, he's my friend from way back when. He always used to make fun of me. He used to be like, "Yo, bro, you're always so tired." I used to say that all the time because I would never sleep. I'm always so tired. I was so tired all the time. Didn't know why. Didn't know why. I'm telling you why now. It's because we've been living in hell. We're living in hell. We're living in a dimension that is literally connected to other dimensions right now. It is all melded completely together at this point, and the devil's work is almost done. The Hitler thing, I'm going to get back to that. They have been followed by really tall Norwegian Germanic accent always a Germanic type of accent, Romanian, German, French. Always seemed like the Nazi type to me. But I didn't want to, like everything else, I just didn't want to go with my gut. And now I know now that to always trust my gut on the first instinct is the right one. Like the first gut instinct is the right one. When you start thinking about it more and more, that's the devil coming into you, trying to confuse you. You have to go with your gut, period. Your heart, your gut, wherever that lies. And if your heart and your gut tells you you need to kill somebody because they talk shit about you or something, you're in the wrong fucking spot. I mean, like, how do you? I just don't understand how someone couldn't see that. But I knew I was, but I wasn't ever going with it. I wasn't ever going with it fully. I would always half-ass everything, including music, because even the music didn't feel right. Even the music didn't feel right because there was something in me and it's not in me anymore. I'm sure there's still stuff, whatever, but no, it's just not there anymore. I don't have like malice or like hatred towards anybody or like anything like anymore. Like I got kicked out of I'm not going to talk about it. I got kicked out of a temple though yesterday for bringing a backpack in and got made a fool of basically in front of the congregation because of something. All of my records had been changed. They said I was up all night smoking crystal meth. When I spoke to an EMS worker and told him, dude, I cannot sleep because I just don't know what's going on. I really need to get somewhere safe. And he was so super interested in, he asked me I told him I was Jewish. I told him, like, why do you need to know this stuff, man? Like, and I talk a lot too, I voluntarily give information all the time, and that's another reason why I was taken advantage of. But that's who I am, man. That's like literally who I am. I never did the music because my goals were not aligned. I didn't want to do music. I believe me, I was a horny little bastard, man. I definitely wanted to get the girls, And that's another scary thing. Like, I was a really good-looking kid. I didn't even know. I really didn't even know that I was that I was a very good-looking guy. Like I knew it was like, oh, whatever. It's like I just had no self-awareness when it came to that, and I've always been a self-aware guy, but like certain people can't be. I could look at a person like Max Rose or like Ben Foster and be like, oh man, that guy looks like me. Like I look like him. Me too. Like someone said in temple to me once, there's only like 100 different types of faces. It's true. It's true. And there's like 100 different types of faces in each one of these pictures. Each speck of dirt in these pictures in Mars. And now here. I'm gonna tell you something. You can take a picture of something, right? Say, take a picture of trees, right? Zoom in super, super close, as close as you could possibly get to whatever might look kind of cool or strange about a leaf or something. You will see an entire other dimension within that. And then within that dimension, you'll see another dimension within that. And I'm talking about, these things look like photographs. I hope I get the chance to show you guys. I'm working on that right now, on putting together something on how to properly do this. But yeah, you could look in the, like, my face. I was looking at my face in the other video that I made yesterday, and my face is morphing. My face was morphing. And you don't see it. You just see, bad camera with, whatever. If you pause it at any moment, I literally look like a different person at like every moment. There's a screenshot I took I'll show you the guys this stuff. But there's a screenshot I took that I look like an Asian person wearing glasses. Like you literally see like rimmed glasses and everything. It's insanity, man. That's here right now. That's happening right now, and it's not good. It's not good. Uh, People need to be aware of this. People need to see this. I mean, what else can I tell you? So yeah, the Lucky Charm symbol I see a lot. These hooded figures. They're very tall. They're like I'm talking like 14 feet tall kind of thing. As skinny as my as skinny as my little skinny light. Okay, my thing doesn't even go that far. Whatever. But like a rail. It's a shadow. They're shadows. I mean, they're in the shadows. Um, and we're all in the shadows right now, man. We're all in the shadows right now. Everybody is blind, it seems. Like, it really seems like everybody has just been made blind by watching a thing on TV. And I can't even watch TV anymore. It's like insane. As someone laughs 8 rooms away from me like a witch. This is the shit that's going on with me, man. I don't even know. But, so, I'm watching this, and, like, first of all, the thing that comes to my head is, like, oh, Las Vegas. I'm hearing it out of, my ear, and I'm like, oh, Sin City. All day, all day, all day, all day with me. This is why I'm crazy. This is why I look crazy to people all day. All day is messages. Literally everything I look at is just like, that. I'll think about taking my shirt off, and then I'll pick this up and, say naked, whatever. Like, literally all day. My neighbors hear it. Just put it that way. I wake up and look at the clock. Every time I look at the clock, let's see, 5:15. Every time I look at the clock, it's either an even number. It's either 555, 222, 111, 10101. Always. Not even, it used to be like every once in a while. Now it is always. That's why I'm saying all this stuff now, because there is something happening right now. Like right now. So, man. Let me pause for a second. All right. For example, I am broke right now. And deservedly so, right? Everything that's happened to me, I pretty much deserve, I would say. I've been doing shit for just dumb stuff for a long time, and I pissed a lot of people off because I've been going through this and not knowing what it was. And it's always like, it's that false light. It's always like, oh my God, that's what that is. But it's not really what it is, but it'll seem like a eureka moment when it's really not. That's something that I don't know if it can be taught. How it can. I really think it can be. I really think it can be to tell the difference between literally the voices in your head. Everybody has them. There's good angel and bad angel, and and there are many, 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 at least for me. So I'll go with this right now. Mars, we'll put that on the back burner or something, man. I don't know. But what's happening with me right now is that I I'm literally hearing, like, I heard, I've always seen these black hats, right? I'm gonna say that. All these guys, they wear black hats. A lot of them. There's always some form of black clothing, black attire, shoes, something, because it's a tool. They have this thing, and it goes to the point of intergalactic, where stars have this black plasma stuff that I'm about to talk about. It looks like all these brands saying to other people, we know what's up. the old school Microsoft logo or start screen that used to start up on Windows. When the Earth comes up and you see the black thing, think about that shit now. When you see the black thing going all over the Earth, right when Microsoft was starting up, that's what it looks like. And I believe, and I'm saying all these things from an I believe, standpoint, because I'm not claiming to be anything except for a person that's going through what I'm going through. I'm just telling you what I'm going through. Just saying that. So this stuff is used, I think, the same way I was using my Adderall to stay up. I kept having this song in my head from Metallica going on. Fight fire with fire. Ending is near. I'll grab the guitar the next time. I will. Yeah, another one. Fight fire with fire. Ending is near. Fight fire with fire. And take cover. Take cover. Do unto others as they done to you. So much in the world. This world coming to you. There's a little bit of the devil in that. I don't even know if the devil put it in my head, to tell you the truth, because that will make me angry. That makes me angry, right? But it also gives me some information. I'm trying to use the devil the same way he's using me. Put it that way, okay? And so yeah, I'm like not sleeping, so I started taking like Adderall to just do things because I couldn't. I just felt I am. I don't feel like one. I'm a freaking spiritual warrior, man. I'm a spiritual freaking warrior, dude. Like, I don't know. I know we have these earth angels here. I know we have them everywhere. I really think I know that most of them don't even know that they are. And I want to thank one of my friends for sending me a video that opened my eyes a little bit, and it's stupid to say that, that a YouTube video opened your eyes, but everything opens my eyes. It doesn't matter. My eyes are open. I see everything. And he saw something in that reminded him of me. And when I watched this thing, it wasn't just seemed like me. It was this guy was literally, it was a tarot card reading, right? Which I've never been into. I've never been into any of this stuff. Did I even say this? I didn't even say this. I've been an atheist for I I was bar mitzvahed. I thought I believed in God. I had these incredible gifts. I was always the most humble, grateful kid in the world. If you look at interviews from Broadway days, I'm the nicest kid ever. Like, I really was just a humble, nice kid, and I still am. I'm a humble, nice kid. I'm a 41-year-old, humble, nice child of God. Because I'm just waking up right now. Hence, I get it. Everybody talking about being reborn. I get it. It's literally like being born. Not even reborn. It's like being born. And, pause. And then I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. This started to happen to me. The calm, tranquility I have, despite the insanity. I cannot tell you about the insanity I'm going through without literally putting my life in danger. It's insane. I mean, part of it, the human aspect of it, but it's fucking crazy. And I've been followed for a very long time. I've been screwed with for a very long time, not knowing why, but thinking something has been going on, right, for years and years and years. It's because they knew something that I didn't know. They actually knew who I was more than I knew who I was. And, I wasn't gullible. I'm just a nice guy. I just don't want to hurt a fly. I just don't. Like I feel bad when I kill a bug. I really do. Like, but guess what? There are a lot of fucking bugs right now that need to be squashed, like immediately, like immediately. And the biggest one is this giant group of giant white people, Germanic, whatever the hell it is. They're Nazis. They're straight up Nazis, and they Hitler. I have pictures, screenshots of Hitler in this dimension wearing a wizard hat with an emerald thing on his head. I don't know if I talked about this already. I seen him in the cloud. Yes, I have. I've talked about this. But I didn't know why. Now I know why. And it's not that I only saw him, it's the way. It's the pictures that I saw. I mean, I'm telling you, these look like pictures. It looks like a Polaroid. It doesn't. It's not something that looks like something. It is. If you saw it, you'd say, "Oh, cool, that's a picture of Hitler." No, this is the sky that I took a picture. I said that to someone once, like, "Oh, where did you get that from?" I'm like, I swear to you, this. I swear to you, this is a cloud. They wouldn't believe me. And so that's the part that I'm going through right now. I have to literally break all of this stuff down, and I hate technology. I always have. That's part of the reason I don't do music. I do a lot of music. I just don't do online. I just don't like online because of what I said before. And just online in general is inherently divisive. Like now, because you could comment on everything. And because of that, you have all those Nazi, just we'll just call them demons, okay? Because there are a lot of different kinds, but they seem to be the ones who are the leaders of the pack, and they can travel through dimensions very, very, very easily. They can literally be here 1 second and not be here another. They know how to do something with some technology that exists that nobody knows about, and millions of people talk about this stuff. That we get the technology that they invented 100 years ago. 100 years later, it's more like like 1,000 years later. It's like I think they've been able to do this forever and are just coming and showing their faces now. They're showing their true colors, put it that way, because the cards are on the table. The cards are on the table. That's why I'm talking right now. The cards are on the table. They're showing their face. They're showing their true colors in things like Trump, in things like life, man. I don't know how to get it across more than saying that we're basically in hell right now, and it's a messianic age because we need to be saved. And I think that a lot of people think that I think I'm like the Messiah or something, and that's not a good thing. I wouldn't like that if someone thought that about themselves, right? No, no, no. I don't know what I am. I don't know what I am. I know that I've definitely come here to learn, and I've definitely come here to teach. I am a teacher. I've been a music teacher. I've been a song leader in Hebrew school. I taught music therapy in a nursing home for years, drugged out, but still trying to do the right thing. I was always trying to do the right thing while doing the bad things. And that's the duality of it. It's a really atrocious duality that is very hard to differentiate between for most people. I'm just seeing it now. I'm really just seeing it now. Like, I'm really looking back at everything. Like I said, listening to my music, getting visceral reactions, and like, holy crap, I can't believe, like, why, like, but also in the music, I'm like also writing about what is happening to me now. Back then, I knew, I knew. I just didn't want to go with my gut. I just didn't want to go with my gut. Guess what? I went with my gut. And here I am. And I'm fucking awesome. I'm the coolest mushroom ever. I don't give a fuck what you think. I really don't. I don't give one crap what you think. I know who I am. That's all that matters. That's really all that matters. And people could think what they want. Whatever. It's fine. Just hope I didn't piss off enough people to die. Because I have a mouth. I have a big mouth. I had a big mouth. I've learned how to step back. But I have to talk about this stuff, so I'm talking. So, pause. So I'm really trying very hard not to sound preachy or anything like that. And I know I am. I'm sorry if you feel that way. But this is what I'm going through. Period. This is what's happening to me. Sorry. So, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what to think of myself because I've heard them singing songs about me wherever they are. Like, through things like the sound of the air going in the background, I could hear the frequencies. I could, you could play me something music-wise, whatever. You could talk to me. And I could play that thing that I just said right there. Because when we're talking, we're actually singing. Everything is music. Everything is music. Everything is music. Everything is frequency. That has about 1,000 different harmonics going in it. Harmonics are the overtones of a note, kind of like what the orbs are. They're kind of like the runoff of the spirit world. It's kind of like things that just come. I've seen, like I saw. Sounds crazy. I know. In a table, which was also where I saw the emerald stuff. These candelabras turned into, and they were green. They turned into hooded people with hoods on, that were being what looked like tortured, like beyond words. And oh god, it's really bad. It's really, I mean, as you would imagine, hell is is pretty bad. But it's also like surprising to me because people seem to be having fun too, but they're suffering. They're suffering. Believe that. And I don't know if that's why people go with the satanic thing, is because they think that they're gonna get like a good place in hell or something. You're dealing with like literally the biggest trickster on the planet. He's tricking you while you're working for him. Like what is wrong with you? Like what's wrong with you? How can you not see that? Like he's playing with you. If you want the devil to work through you, go for it. I'm just not gonna talk to you, ever, or look at you, and you're gonna think I'm an asshole, because yeah, you're an asshole to me. Yes. So, but a lot of those people that I thought were like just the worst, can be saved. They can be saved. It's just like a matter of finding that within yourself. It's just a matter of finding that fake voice. It's just a matter of knowing. And some people are just inherently evil. Period. Like Ted Bundy, whatever. These, to me, I'm gonna say it, man. I think I'm like an earth angel that's being taken for a freaking ride, man. Because I just know I have a freaking heart of freaking gold, man. And I don't know if many people can say that. I know I have a heart of gold, And like, These there's so much suffering on this end and on so many other ends, on so many other dimensions. Everything is suffering. Everything is a mess right now because the devil is here. And it's playing with everybody. I see it in everybody, including my family. I saw it in me while it was in me. I saw it in me. That was why I was so confused and like torn, because I knew it was in me. I just didn't know how to get away from it, you know? And all it is getting away from yourself, basically. You know, at least in my case, and in some cases, it's gonna be a matter of getting out of your entire freaking life. But there is a chance. I'm gonna end that video right here, okay? We'll pick up with whatever we pick up with next time. Take care.